drug dealer how many ounces of weed is it going to take to buy a house.
The Ure Index.
Yeah, I mean, it's real simple to do this stuff.
Start that in Peoplenomics, the Ure Index.
Yeah, I probably should.
You should.
I won't last very long doing it because it's too simple.
No,
I mean,
it's all right.
High-frequency trading would die. I mean, flip trading and flash trading, all that stuff, it just doesn't make sense.
Gee. Hang on. We'll be back in just a minute. George Ure's urbansurvival.com is the place. Peoplenomics comes out once a week, and I think you can tell, even if you don't know anything about George, that he is utterly unique and a man well worth listening to. Be right back. Okay, be right back to George. Hey, here, this is our last segment. We don't get. I'm going to do something here. Here's some even better music. How's that?
I would have to sit down. I was up dancing. Play some more of that.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Peoplenomics music.
Well, now you've got me actually reaching for the most important thing in my office.
Heineken?
You know what that is?
There's a mosquito and you're reaching for a fly swatter.
No! That, my friend, is a cantor.
A what?
I'm sorry, chanter. Cantor's the guy who sings. The chanter is the...
Yeah. In the synagogue.
Yeah, but no, that was my chanter. I get them confused.
What the hell are you talking about?
The chanter is what a crazy Scotsman like myself uses in lieu of the bagpipes.
Oh, a canter, not like a decanter with booze in it, a canter.
Right.
Play it again, George.
Now, hold on 1 second. Okay. There's the finger hole thing. Terrible, isn't it?
I knew that. I knew what it was.
Oh, well, all this time.
I play dumb sometimes, it's all right.
You sure you're playing?
That's right. All right. We have 9 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
For Uncle George to tell us more. This is to remind you again that his website is urbansurvival.com, and we do talk about preparation. These are not good times. A quick forecast looking ahead. We are rapidly sliding into fall. The leaves are beginning to do their thing. Lots of people are going to run out of benefits fairly soon. It costs a hell of a lot of money to heat your house. We're going to have crime and other issues to face.
And a sleeve decision, whether or not you want to roll your sleeve up and get some of that.
No, you don't do that. We do not do that on this program. No vaccines. I have a story up in my flu box at the top of featured stories. A German man volunteered, I guess, sucker, deserves what he gets, to test out one of these unnamed vaccines, and he's screwed up. He's bad.
Well, I actually have a brother-in-law who's a retired Special Forces fellow who took one of those experimental swine flu vaccines back in the, 70s or 80s.
Back in 1976? Or 79,
like
whenever the hell it was. The
Yeah,
original swine flu vax, yeah.
Yeah, got dreadfully sick. He will have nothing to do with that stuff.
Yeah, I know a couple people who were terribly sick, too. Patty Doyle was one of them, or Dr. Doyle. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and I'm allergic to eggs and
Forget
dog
it.
kidneys and all that. I'm not doing it.
No way. They're all untested, unproven. There's 6 companies making 3 different variants of it. They're full of... There's 1 million times more squalene in 1 dose than there was in the doses of vaccine they gave the Gulf War I servicemen and women, over 500,000 of whom are now permanently or partially disabled. I think 60 or 70,000 are dead, squalene.
Did I bother to mention the ugly part about the 1918 Spanish flu vaccine?
That was the tetanus vaccine, wasn't it? It was a tainted tetanus vaccine.
Right. And in the same line, there's the whole matter of, are the mock virus vaccines they've been testing, which are really live and communicable for some period of time, I understand.
Correct.
Are those really where this stuff is coming from?
Which means you could be injected and begin shedding viruses within hours.
Get all your unvaccinated friends around you.
Yeah.
By
the way, there actually were swine flu parties some months ago, people thinking they should get this less virulent strain so that they would have immunity when it came back with a vengeance in the fall. I don't know how wise that is, but a lot of people apparently did it. There so far seems to be nothing that we can point to that suggests this is going to be any worse than any normal influenza. In fact, it is statistically milder than most so far, but that can change at any time because of recombination and so forth. So we just don't know. But stay away from the vaccines.
And we don't know when those recombinants will be introduced.
There you go.
But I'm sure it'll come at a financially opportune moment.
That's right.
But this gets us around to the whole point of personal preparedness. One of the key issues going into this winter is going to be having at least 1 month of food and toilet paper and books to read and money so you can pay bills and so on and so forth.
Bullets to put in your magazine? I don't mean the kind you read.
Well, I wouldn't know about those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Gosh, no, nobody out here in East Texas owns any guns.
Thank goodness.
Right. And deer hunting is only 2 months away, which is very bad if you are a fan of certain Disney movies. Anyway.
Well, it's very bad if you are ignorant about CWD, otherwise known as mad cow disease in deer. So you don't want to eat deer anymore.
No, I don't. As a matter of fact, we just recently acquired a little .22 caliber long rifle just for plinking at small game like the wild rabbits around here, which actually are fairly...
so they say.
There's rabbits, there's armadillos, there's the usual assortment of stuff. And like I tell all my friends who say, hey, you going to go hunting with us? No, not until they run out of food down at the local beanery. And when that happens, then I'll think about it, but I've got a year of stuff stocked up, and so, thank you very much.
The 17 caliber is supposed to be pretty hot.
Oh, it is. Have you seen those things blow up a pot can?
No, I've on YouTube.
Dude, they're very, very popular round down there.
Was it 2,300 feet per second or something?
Yeah, 23. I think it's like 2350 FPS. But it just literally the shock of the bullet impact is it's amazing. Closest thing I could find in my personal arsenal was a pellet gun with a .177, but the round just doesn't have the same effect.
You can buy a perfectly good, I guess, Savage 17 caliber bolt action. There's some very good ones. There's a number of them that are excellent.
Yeah, and they're amazing. What is it? Heckler & Koch, I think, makes one.
Heckler & Koch. The ammunition is available.
Yeah.
A lot of people make 17 caliber now.
Yeah.
But, do your research online. It's
a very interesting piece of hardware.
Yeah. And Georgia's Council on Food, at least a month, at least 30 days. It could be a long winter. For months it could be cold. It could be snowing where you are. We don't know. And if they shut your heat off, you damn well be better having lots of extra blankies around, as they say.
Not only that, but some kind of, a wood stove or
wood
coal
stoves. Absolutely.
Because, see, the problem is if you were to get quarantined up north.
Yep. You die.
And you didn't have auxiliary heating.
20 degrees below at night. 0 degrees.
There goes all your
doesn't
plumbing,
matter.
And then your bathroom is going to be off limits. And
yep.
I mean, it gets really awful. So it really does take some planning. And it's like living on a boat. You've got to figure out the holding tent. Once once you got the food, the water, and the holding tank issues sorted out, the rest of it's all manageable. I mean, it may be boring as spit, but if you get into a situation where you have to self-quarantine because of whatever declaration of whatever, it's real easy to do it. I mean, if you've got internet, a couple of books to read, maybe some online studies to do, and you've made arrangements with work to work from home, online, virtual private networks are perfect for this kind of stuff. You can actually go through several. In fact, Jeff, this summer I went about 72, 73 days without leaving our ranch. My wife jokes, I sometimes will go weeks without leaving my office.
There's no place like home.
There isn't.
No, I'm in complete understanding and agreement with what you're saying. I think home, unfortunately, most Americans feel like they've got to get out and do something. Lights and people and action, and then, no, if you can get to a point in life when you're like George and many of you listening out there, it doesn't matter where it is, what it is, if you really love your home and you're happy there, you're in the minority, and good for you.
Yeah, because the ultimately the stuff that you get to walk out of life with is the stuff between your ears.
There you go.
And it doesn't matter if the stuff between your ears comes out of a book or comes from sitting next to a group of people at a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
But the key thing about it is put things between your ears that are of treasurable size, and don't get too hung up on paper with dirty zeros on it. That reminds me.
You have just a minute to go. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I had a reader send me a couple of these new $100 trillion notes from Zimbabwe.
Oh, you got one too, yeah.
Dude, I've got like $350 trillion on my wall. Dude, I'm rich. I mean, Monkey Mind is just so happy with that. And I can read these treasury reports, right, and go, yeah, it's just more zeros. Screw it. Let's print them up. Keep rolling.
Notes. That's very funny. Yeah, that poor country. Jeez.
Them or us?
Well, you got a point there.
From the mouths of Jeff.
You got a point. Thank you, George. Great to talk with you. Let's do it again sooner.
I'll bring the Mario Lanza records.
What a guy. Thank you.
Thank
you. Good night.
Good night.
George Ure and urbansurvival.com. One of the most unique minds in the so-called world of economics and understanding of all of that. He's amazing. Stop by. Okay, back with you in 21 hours. In the meantime, we'll be with you at rense.com. Take care.